Welcome back to part 3 of the Resident Evil weapons tier list. Lastly, there's the B scenario rocket launcher, which, much like the RE1 launcher, is used to finish off a boss.
Game over.
But it's just a set piece and not really part of dynamic gameplay. Pretty forgettable. E tier.
Rocket launcher.
So that does it for RE2's guns. Or does it? Just like I teased previously, RE2 has lots of bonus unlockables if you get good grade rankings and good runtimes. This involves playing as Hunk or Tofu and beating specific courses with specific weapons. These modes are great fun, and I remember that as a kid I would devour videos of these playthroughs on early YouTube in a brimming 240p quality. If you do well with your grades, the stern meritocratic father that is Shinji Mikami will reward you, whether boy or girl, with the infinite rocket launcher, infinite submachine gun, and infinite Gatling gun. Pretty 80s action hero, pretty fun and badass, and an excellent send-off to a game you've already proven to have mastered. A tier, because fun extras are extra fun. Hashtag thank you based Mikami in the chat. Resident Evil 2's bonus courses provided insane replayability for an already replayable game, and when Resident Evil 2's sequel rolled around, it iterated on this. The franchise that just years previous had nailed and revolutionized the survival horror formula was about to do it again.
Resident Evil.
RE3 shows such insane innovation that it's hard to believe it's on the same console as Resident Evil 1. RE3's gameplay is faster, the controls are exact, you can 180, there's timed combat dodges, and most importantly, you play as my mom again. The addition of gunpowder mixing to make your own ammunition added a juicy and wonderfully delicious flash game roguelike aspect that rocks in itself, and which further upgrades replayability of an already super replayable game series. The weapons of RE3. First up, the handgun. This time being the Samurai Edge, which in the lore is custom built for the STARS team, which is a blend of 1911 M9 and pure sickness. C tier. Fun fact, the Samurai Edge is made by the guy in Resident Evil 2 who goes, "Who are ya? What are you doing here?
Who are you? What are you doing here?"
The knife. The RE3 knife has significant changes, because in this game, chopping zombies in the legs now drops them to the floor, and chopping zombies in the head deals extra damage. This means that truly hardcore gamers can combine the knife with a new movement system to do work. Yas queen. Slay. Very few people, however, know of the RE3 knife's secret ability, which, and I'm serious, is so secret I couldn't confirm it even on GameFAQs, peace be upon him, but we'll get to this later. The knife is C tier, but mostly because of its sick visual redesign and reanimation. And if this is reminding you of a later game's knife, yes my friend, you've picked up the trail of potent game DNA that we'll get to later. The shotgun. Since we're done with RE2's disgusting anti-women rhetoric, Jill gets a hold of a previously men's-only weapon, and this time it looks even cooler. C tier. Honoring an old workhorse. But hold up, big girl time, the grenade launcher, which has gone from epic tier to Nita Mosquito tier, because now it comes in vanilla, lemon, strawberry, and blueberry flavor, which are extra powerful and rare freeze rounds that you gotta mix yourself from gunpowder if you want more, past the game's sampling size of only 6. S tier. Extremely powerful, fun, and blends perfectly by the gunpowder mixing minigame. Ooh, I just love this one. Next up, Assault Rifle, which is another percentage counter weapon, which should communicate that it has no reloads, but if you play the game in the easy difficulty setting, Jill starts the game with 2 reloads for it. Because of its high fire rate, it's great against fast enemies like the Hunters. And fun fact, because a 3-shot burst is 1% of the total ammo, it logically means that the Assault Rifle contains 300 bullets in one magazine. Never let realism get in the way of a fun weapon. B tier. Very nice. Rocket Launcher. Another classic making a return, this time being used against the Nemesis boss fight, the reoccurring titular boss of Resident Evil 3 that will simply not cease sexually harassing Jill with his tentacle arms. D tier. Because the chase is always more fun than the catch. And now comes my favorite category, secret weapons. First and foremost, let me blow your mind. Did you know you can actually fight and kill the Nemesis from the very first time that you meet him? You can. And more interestingly, hardcore players are encouraged to, because Nemesis drops unique weapon parts that combine into awesome guns. First up, Eagle Parts A and B make the STI Eagle 6.0, a custom gun designed for firearms competitions. It's stronger than the Samurai Edge in every aspect: damage, knockback, fire rate, reload time, and very low recoil. Did you know? Basically every gun in the RE series has a chance to do a critical hit and deal more damage. It's so subtle that you may never have noticed it, but with the Eagle, you will, because its crit chance is significantly higher, and when it goes off, a zombie loses its head. A tier. Spellbindingly cool to me as a kid, and encouraging you to take risks. Alright everybody, that's your live for this week. Subscribe and click the bell to know when the next part is out, and click here if part 4 is already out. And shout out to Grocery Gang, cause I love you.